Good morning. My name is John Buchan, and I was recently asked by the president of the English American Library of Nice to select and present a book amongst the 32,000 volumes of this ancient library, really, which contains more books than any other in France, south of Paris. The book which I have chosen is Memory Hold the Door by John Buchan. Who was John Buchan? Why did I choose this book? John Buchan was born in 1875. He was what is called in Scotland a son of the manse, which means that his father was a church minister of the Free Church of Scotland. Buchan was born in Perth, but spent most of his time on the Fife Coast. As a young man, he attended the local schools before gaining a place at Glasgow University and following that, a scholarship to Brasenose College, Oxford, where he read classics. As all sons of the manse, there was not a great deal of money available to him, and he describes how when he first went up to Oxford, it was necessary to avoid eating in hall, but by the time he finished, he said he could eat very well and was reasonably comfortably off for a young student. Why was this so? Buchan, as a student, wrote and also published many works, so much so that before he left university at Oxford, he had gained a place for himself in Who's Who. Before leaving, he obtained a first-class degree in classics, as well as prizes in poetry and history. And as soon as he was qualified, he was asked to become assistant to the High Commissioner of South Africa. Subsequently, he saw war service with Lord Haig in the First World War. He became Times correspondent for the war. After that, he was qualified and worked as a barrister, became a member of Parliament, and ultimately became the Governor General of Canada. He died in 1940, and it was so much appreciated that he was given a state funeral. Buchan's autobiography, therefore, covers a life which was exceptionally good. But his autobiography also covers the period of his life and the many friends which he made during that time, including the Prime Minister Stanley Baldwin, who describes conversation with Buchan as exceptionally interesting and lively. But really, why did I select this book? Because apart from having an exceptional life, Buchan had the capacity to write in a manner which drew you in to his works. In all, he wrote nearly 100 works, of which about 28 were novels, the best known being the 39 Steps, who Alfred Hitchcock and afterwards another two film producers produced films. I first read Buchan's works in my late teens, and with him I journeyed and tramped the hills of Scotland, and some years later I climbed them myself. Now in older age I can still return to his books and experience the same sensation that I am with him, I am in the group with him. His descriptive prose is remarkable, and his sense of timing, his sense of suspense, his sense of authorship in its broadest sense makes him one of the exceptional authors of the 20th century, even though, because it is some time since he wrote and lived, he's perhaps been rather forgotten. I would therefore suggest that you read this exceptional book, which is a gateway to his other works. In his works, he uses characters from his own life. He describes how the characters of his suspense novels are really people he knew. And somehow or other, he manages to make the reader feel that he's one of them. This is his exceptional skill. Everybody I've ever known who's read Buchan has appreciated his works, and I'm sure you will do the same. Thank you very much.